Just hours after last night's Raw, WWE superstar Rhea Ripley took to Instagram to tell a tragic story. She challenged Liv Morgan to a female world title match at SummerSlam 2024 on Monday and confronted Dominik Mysterio. The Nightmare had Liv Morgan face her in the ring last night, but the crowd erupted in boos as Dominik made his entrance instead. He attempted to justify his feelings for Morgan to mommy, but Rhea Ripley was not in the mood to listen. Dirty Dom spent the whole night attempting to regain the Nightmare's trust. In the end, Ripley made Dominik blush by telling him he was hers. The two were inseparable 2 years ago when Ripley was with Liv Morgan. They were inseparable, and the Eradicator held the Miracle Kid in the highest esteem. During her conversation with Nick Hausman at the time, she made the following comments regarding Morgan. Ripley is now itching to seize Liv Morgan and torture her until she cries out for help. At the biggest party of the summer, Mommy and Liv Morgan will square off for the title of Women's World Champion. You can count on Dominik to be a game changer in this competition. On Judgment Day, everything is hanging in the balance. A non-PG romance involving Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio has involved mental games. When Rhea Ripley returned, things went downhill quickly. Ripley wants to rip Morgan to shreds because she is so angry with Dominik. The massive World Heavyweight Championship bout between Damian Priest and Gunther is set to take place at SummerSlam. Priest is currently training for the bout. Priest, who calls himself leader of the gang, has a contentious relationship with Finn Balor and makes most of the group's choices. Future events at SummerSlam, such as Ripley vs. Morgan and Priest vs. Gunther, will most certainly affect the Judgment Day. Dominik, Balor, Carlito, and JD McDonough's antics at Summer's biggest party will be fascinating to see. Liv Morgan has been sending Finn Balor confusing signals, even though she has mostly pursued Dominik Mysterio. Indeed, the World Tag Team title would not have been won by Balor and JD McDonough had it not been for Morgan's prompt intervention. In the Judgment Day, Balor has also been the victim of abuse, which is why he decides to break away from the gang and be with Liv Morgan. If Dominik's behavior with Morgan is any indication, he may develop feelings for the Women's World Champion. Contrary to Mammy's expectations, she may be right. At SummerSlam, a bewildered Dirty Dom might choose a side by supporting Morgan. As a result, Carlito, McDonough, and Balor would rally behind Ripley. Another unexpected development is that the Prince may betray Mommy and turn on his fellow stablemates. At SummerSlam, Finn Balor will play a pivotal role. Balor has an unusual connection to Morgan and is also harboring animosity for Damian Priest. At best, their relationship is precarious and uncertain. Despite Balor's undying devotion and readiness to lend a hand, the World Heavyweight Champion has shown hostility towards the Prince. The animosity between the two buddies is exacerbated by the fact that Priest possesses the same championship that the Irish veteran was unsuccessful in winning a year earlier. If Finn Balor purposefully hands the World Heavyweight title to Priest at SummerSlam, months of animosity and resentment could explode, causing the Judgment Day to collapse. By implying that the WWE Women's World Champion has abused and tortured him, Dominik Mysterio has attempted to persuade the Judgment Day that he is uninterested in Liv Morgan. However, his contradictory behavior does not imply this. Plus, Mammy still has her doubts. At SummerSlam, Dominik may finally show his real colors, which could confirm Ripley's worst suspicions. Despite Ripley's best intentions, her plans at the biggest party of the summer may swiftly go bad if Dominik steps in. Morgan would take advantage of the situation and keep the title after a heated stare-down. On Raw this week, WWE released yet another massive tease. Main event Jey Uso declared his desire to date the Eradicator after being overjoyed to learn that Rhea Ripley appeared to be unmarried. Ripley wanted the former Bloodline member Mammy for the Judgment Day last year, when Uso defected to Monday Night Raw, and that's when his attraction in her began. There may be multiple choices available to Mammy. As the stage is set for an intriguing connection, Uso might demonstrate his dedication by assisting Ripley in reclaiming the WWE Women's World Championship.